This review was September 2021's Patron's Pick. If you're interested to vote for October's, head on over right now and vote. You can at all tiers.
Kaiju, Turtles, Dragon Ball, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hey there, collectors. It is Steven here, and welcome to another Deforeal review, where today we're going to be taking a look at a rather obscure Toho Kaiju, and that is going to be the Deforeal Varan. I'm just going to say Varan. It's easier, not only on my tongue and vocal cords, but just on the ear. Now, what's interesting about this particular release here is that seemingly this only was a Rick exclusive release. You can check on AmiAmi, Hobby Search, HLJ, you can run the gamut everywhere. It seems like there was only a Rick release, and with that, we got the, again, pronunciation be damned, Baradagi Mountain God figurine to go along with this. So not only was it only available through X Plus directly, we got a bonus. Cool. Now with this, price points are soaring on this guy because you can only order it direct and order windows have already closed. So high price point, obscure kaiju, is it worth it? You know what I'm going to say, so let's take a look to see whether or not he's worth adding into your collection. If you took a real close look at the promo pictures, obviously, I mean, come on, I know this. I've been in the game long enough. The prototype pictures look phenomenal. The paint blending and the shading, they're fantastic. And I would even argue that the translucent plastic is really good in the promo pictures. In hand, though, I do have to say that it is a bit of a step down compared to what was advertised, even so far as saying that his spikes are more so on the transparent end of the spectrum instead of translucent, where translucent means it's more of a clear, you can see through it, and transparent is just a bit hazy. And in particular, unfortunately for mine, there's a little bit of glue slop around the mouth where it looks like the lips of Varan were actually a different piece that was inserted. For the dry brushing, it actually looks like it's a bit too heavy-handed compared to the nice mixing and blending that was used on the prototype. Now again, the prototype is basically what is meant to be perfected, so this way X Plus can sell a whole bunch of them. Or any other company, Tamashii Nations, NECA, Hasbro, you name it. That's what the name of the game is. But with that being said, even though it may be different from the prototype, I would say looking at the pictures of the prototype and what I have in hand side by side, a rather significant difference. Again, I would argue what we actually got for the end product is still pretty dang good. It's nothing bad whatsoever. So if you were expecting this to look like the prototype, I would say not quite. Unfortunately, it didn't come out that good, but it still does look very nice with some quality control issues on my particular unit. Now, if you are interested in a good sculpt as well, Varan does look very good. I'm not going to deny that whatsoever. Now, taking a look at that little small accessory, the Baradagi Mountain God figurine, I'm not gonna lie here, I totally thought that was a red rocket. What was that? Well, I can definitely say that the sculpt is rather interesting, and the paint application is a nice blend of green, earth tone colors, and red and orange. It almost looks like that red rocket is glowing, lighting up the statue. Again, what's a red rocket? Well, Varan doesn't have any articulation, so let's go ahead and move on over to a size comparison where you can see Varan is basically going to be the same size as your average Deforeal figure. You can see he's about the same size as your average Godzilla. So if you already have a spot picked out on your shelf, then quite frankly, you will be just fine sneaking this guy into your display. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Unfortunately, it's going to be very hard to find a deal on this guy because, well, the original MSRP was going to be 8,500 Japanese yen, and then you're going to have about a 4,000 yen shipping fee, especially when we have the ongoing situation of the world with direct shipping from Japan. So realistically speaking, you're looking at about a minimum of $115 to get a hold of this guy. Aftermarket price, you're probably looking somewhere at about $150. That's a lot. I can only recommend this to hardcore Deforeal collectors and hardcore Varan fans. I picked this guy up because I'm kind of a mix of both, and it's nice to have a non-Godzilla in the collection. That being said, if you're kind of on the fence because you don't really know if you like Varan, or maybe you're thinking, it'd be nice to have a different Deforeal, if you're not sold on it, it's going to be a difficult pill to swallow. So that's it. Short, sweet, to the point. Varan is good if you like the source material. If you don't, it may be an easy skip for you. Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.